Okay, guys. Sorry, I literally have my phone rigged up with ponytails to my tripod. So, let's get started. Okay, so this morning I just found out what the Booktube was. And I felt like that is something I need to get into, because that's kind of something that my focus of my channel is books. And I'm gonna keep looking over here because then I can see myself with no makeup. I have a tank top on, but it's a blizzard out, so I put a scarf on. Let's get started. Okay, so I just googled Booktube Newbie Tag, and we're just gonna answer the questions on here, or the ones that I found, I guess. Okay. Excuse me. Okay, so why did you start this channel? I started this channel because I should have thought about these before I started. But I started this channel because I love books, I love writing, I love reading, I love editing and proofreading. If you haven't watched some of my other videos that I've already done, I graduated with a Bachelor of Arts degree in Creative Writing and Literature. And I've known since I was 12, when I read my first romance novel, that I wanted to be a writer. And now I am. Aren't you proud, Mom? But I started this channel because, yeah, I just wanted to combine that and kind of find my way into a community of writers who are willing to, talk about stuff, talk about books, the good, the bad, the ugly. Because while I did learn a lot in college from my professors, I've also learned a lot outside of college, and mostly from Pinterest. If you write, or if you search writing tips or writing romance, which is what I write, you're gonna find a lot of different things, different opinions. You're gonna find something more focused to maybe how you write. But yeah, I've learned a lot off of Pinterest as well. So yeah, I think that's it. Now I have the hiccups again. I have gotten hiccups doing videos twice today, guys. What gives? I look like a radish. Okay, question 2. What are some fun and unique things you can bring to Booktube? Me. Just kidding. I think some fun and unique things I can bring to Booktube is that while I do have a ton of books, and I tried setting up in front of my one of my big bookshelves, and it has all of my little young adult contemporary paranormal series, and it looks really cool stacked that way, but I couldn't get my tripod set up, so I'm sitting on my floor with my baby bookshelf, and these are all my craft books. These are my favorite craft books, and then this is kind of fiction books that I have, and there's a little Hermione and edible glitter. So we're gonna try this setup, I guess, for a while and see what happens. Maybe I'll try and figure out how to rig it up so I can sit in front of my 2 bookshelves, 3 bookshelves, whatever you want to call it. But I think wow, I totally got sidetracked. What I can bring that's unique is that I don't know, I feel like I'm weird in this way. I read a lot of different crap. I do. Even though I don't agree with their politics, I read Barbara Bush's A Memoir, which is that thick, when I was 13. And that was a big undertaking. And I am very sensitive to emotions and stuff. So if you haven't read that book or don't know much about it, I'm looking at it up there Barbara Bush. If you don't know much about it, the Bush family, she actually, George W. Bush is the oldest, our 40 Oh, high school me would be so disappointed. 42nd president? 43rd president. Because George Sr. was 41. No, he was 42. No, 43. Oh my god! Okay, whatever. Google that shit. But anyway, so W. Bush was the firstborn, and then she had a daughter, and Robin died at 3.5 of leukemia. So it's books like that where I struggle to get through them, just because it's so heavy on emotion. Let's see what else I'm looking at. I love Diane Keaton. I have her memoir. What is it? Then Again. I don't have the, let's just say it wasn't pretty. I also have like Asa Akira, who's a porn star, who I think that book's really interesting. But I just have like tons of different genres and stuff. It's kind of like I just read the description and it's like, yeah, whatever, let's try it. Worst comes to worst, I can just like resell it or donate it to the library. Yeah, so I read a lot of different things, and I'm repeating the same thing over and over, so I'm gonna move on to the next question. What are you most excited for about this new channel? I would love to get into like YouTuber friendships with like a book community, because I feel like that would be super cool. And I've always kind of wanted to do tag videos, but I've never, I just kind of recently really dove into my YouTube channel, so this is all new territory, guys. Why do you love reading? Oh, I could probably like go through like, it takes me to different worlds and stuff, but the honest truth I feel is that when I was young, I was diagnosed with asthma and allergies in the 1st grade, and they were very bad, and we lived in a very old house. When I was born, I feel like it was 90 years old. Ooh, that's scary. I feel like it was 90 years old, like, to the year. And I'm the first girl born on this farm in 80 years, so that's even weirder. But anyway, so we lived in this house that was like 90 years old when I was born, and then when I was in 1st grade, whatever year that was, I was born in 1992, do the math. Yeah, I was very sick. I couldn't be around cats for more than a half hour, or I would like end up wheezing and then have to be taken to the hospital. So I didn't, going outside in the winter. I live in the west central part of Minnesota, and we live on the edge of the valleys. So there's some hills, but where I live, it is very flat. It is all agriculture. So there's not really anything that's stopping the wind from whipping through at 60 miles an hour. And actually right now, it is blizzarding very bad. I couldn't see the evergreen tree that is like maybe 30 yards or less from my window. And there's like a state highway on the other side, so it's a little disconcerting that I can't see the highway. But anyway, so yeah, the extreme cold in the winter, and then in the summer, flowers, other things I'm allergic to besides cats, pretty much every animal on a farm. We do not have animals anymore, which is probably good, because I probably would have died. Let's see, I'm allergic to pollen, birch trees, grass. I can't sit on grass with my bare skin. That's the only thing that will give me hives. I'm allergic to Asian ladybugs. dust mites, pollen, mold. So pretty much anything that makes living on a farm fun. So I was stuck inside a lot when I was young, and when I was sick, I was very sick. Even today, I get like bronchitis, and it's like I'm dying for like a month. I can't breathe, I can't like function, and it's not a good idea. It sucks. It's not a good idea. Like, you can choose to be asthmatic, but here's some things. So anyway, yeah, so I was stuck inside a lot when I was younger, and we didn't have like cable. We didn't have 3 channels, but we probably didn't have any more than 15 channels. So yeah, I don't know, I just read a lot when I was young. Harry Potter. Here's my copy of The Sorcerer's Stone, because I would read it all the time when I was younger, and I actually want to just like buy the ones I don't have in hardcover, or the ones that are kind of like falling apart, like this one, and they're like up behind my camera, so I'm like, which ones do I need to buy? Because I have another favorite book series that I might do a separate video on, because I think it's underrated. And I mean, it's been a while since the first one came out, but the trilogy is really good. It's the Gingerbread trilogy, blah, 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 by Rachel Cohn, and it's gingerbread, shrimp, and then cupcake. And literally, I bought the first book, Gingerbread, because of the cover. And then I have a fun story about that, but I'll save it for the rest of the video. I'll save it for another video, just because it was a really cool experience, and I really love that book series and that author. Okay, so question 4 or 5. What book or series got you into reading? You know, I'm gonna have to say Harry Potter. I feel like there's probably some others, but I've gotten rid of a lot of like my childish books. I think they're in the storage room. But I'm trying to think. Harry Potter. I don't know. One of my other favorite books when I was like in 4th grade was called Walk Two Moons. It was a really good book, and we actually had a classmate whose father passed away from cancer that year. So we're reading this book where this like girl's mother passes away, and it's a really deep book for kids, and like our teacher was even crying. Love you, Julian. Don't hate me because I told the world that. But yeah, I don't know. It's kind of hard to think about like what books got me into reading, because when I was in 3rd grade, our school started accelerated reading, which is where you had to like read the books and you take a quiz on it. So at that point, I was just kind of like, cool, I can like finish all my points and read books. So I just kind of like read as many books as I could, and to be honest, I don't remember a lot of them. I have one book that's like a magic book from when I was like younger. It's not like a magic book, but it's fiction. It's really kind of like a little out there, and I love it. So maybe I'll try and do like a books from my childhood tag or something. Okay, what questions would you ask your favorite booktubers? This is gonna sound really bad, but I basically watched like 3 or 4 booktuber videos, and then realized that there was actually a name for it. It was called Booktube. So I haven't really gotten into like following a lot of them. I think I followed like 3 of them this morning. And actually, yeah, let's see, I have it up here. The video I watched that made me do this, was Emma Books with 3 M's, and it's how to start a booktube challenge, booktubing 101. So then I was like, I should do that, that'd be fun. So I don't know, I guess my question to booktubers would be, can we be friends? Let's be friends, please. Anyway, next. What challenges do you think starting a booktube channel will be the hardest to overcome? You know, I think probably keeping up with, like, the newest books, because I am, like, this May, I'll have been out of college for 2 years. So I've started paying back those wonderful student loans. And I read a lot of different things too. Mostly because I'm working in the freelance writing and proofreading and editing and stuff, as well as like trying to get some of my own novelettes out and onto Amazon. A lot of the stuff I'm reading is like erotica stories off of literotica.com. And I'm broke AF, so it's gonna be a little bit difficult. Yeah, I don't know. I guess I could go to the library, but I really am bad about like reading a book in a timeline now. You know, because in college it was like, oh, I have to read this, like, I'm trying to find it, where is it? Shakespeare. Like, I have to read like 80 pages of Shakespeare tonight. You want to know what? I majored in creative writing and literature, and I hate Shakespeare. I think he's overrated. And I get that he, like, if you want to like screenplays or like poetry and stuff, it's a good idea. But for me, especially, I pretty much hated like any class that I couldn't directly connect my passion of romance writing and then turning into erotica. Yeah, because it's like, okay, I get it. I understand the plot. I understand. I hate reading Shakespeare. I don't get it. But yeah, so I was so used to like having to cram in like 3 hours of like Spark Notes on Juliet and Romeo. I did like The Taming of the Shrew. We did watch this one version in class, and it was like a play version, and it was so funny. Just ridiculous costumes. I feel like they were probably British. But anyway, I'm gonna continue. I don't know. Yeah, I think that's probably gonna be like the biggest obstacles for me to overcome. But I do want to like make this. Sorry, I gotta move my legs. I do want to like make this channel more than just a booktube channel. You know, I want to, you know, make videos for those other people out there that want to write erotica. Because there's a lot of, like, bad erotica that gets published. And there's a lot of, like, final drafts that I've had for, like, freelance writing. And I'm like, ooh, girl. Like, you're the one, you're the type that is, like, giving erotica such a bad name. So, like, 50 Shades of Grey. That's going to be a whole other video, but I'm excited to do that one because it's going to involve some different things and my senior thesis project from getting my bachelor's degree. Next question. I have a paper cut. Ow. When did you start reading? You know, I'm not entirely sure. I can remember reading Harry Potter when I was in 4th grade because I was home September 8th, 9th, 10th, and 11th of 2001. And if you didn't catch that, I was home on September 11th, 2001. And like I said, we didn't have cable or anything. And even PBS interrupted Sesame Street. So I pretty much had to watch that all day. And I remember having Harry Potter with me that day on the couch. So I know 2001 for sure. I can assume much earlier, but I'm going to think up of a tag for like me and my mom to do because she reads books and I read books, and I think that would be just kind of interesting to kind of do that. And I just really want to do her makeup so that she can be in a video, even though I have no makeup on right now. Okay, next. Where do you read? When I was in college, my BFF Jess and I would go up to the 5th floor of our campus library because it was the quietest. We only almost died once in the elevator, which that maybe I'll try and do like a best friend book tag. Yeah, that'd be cool. I'm just gonna do a bunch of tags. So we would go up there and like do our homework and stuff, and that's where we would read for like class and stuff, because it was like if we sit in one of our rooms, we're not gonna get shit done. Oh, also disclaimer, I swear a lot. I will try and tone it down for my videos, but get the fuck over it. Okay, so where do you read? When I was in college, in the library, or in class. I did a lot of reading for like the next class. Now, mostly on my bed. I've been like sick for the last month and a half, so my room is kind of a disaster because it's kind of just been like, I can't breathe, I can't move, I don't want to clean. So my room's kind of a disaster, but I'll do a room tour, I guess. And you can, my room is not very big. Pretty much I have a path to walk to both of my bookshelves, my dresser, and then I come like, it's basically a square room. So like my one wall has 2 bookshelves, my TV, my dresser, my door. And then my bed is over here, my window's over there that you can see reflecting off my glasses. My desk is right here, like, and then my closet's right there. I literally have no more room for bookshelves unless, I thought about it earlier, unless I get a big bookshelf for right here and then move this against the end of the wall. But this video is getting long, so I'm gonna move on to the next question. But I read books a lot on my phone, on my Nook app, mostly because I lost my Nook for like a year. Now I just found it, so I'm like, woohoo! So yeah, what kind of books do you like to read? I like a little bit of everything. Picking off some of my favorite titles that I can see right now. Oh, what is it? The PC cast and Kristen cast with the like a punky rock teenage vampire, and I know I'm gonna like hate myself for not remembering the first title of that book. Lorelei James's Rough Rider series. She's an acquaintance and bomb as fuck. Rainbow Rowell books. I love me some Fangirl, and I loved Eleanor and Park, and now I'm going on to the next ones. Deborah Harkness, Book of Shadows, the Book of Life trilogy, I guess. Let's see, I like my crafting books. I love going through those all the time. I have a lot of books, nonfiction books, that are about either Prince Charles or the Duchess of Cornwall, Camilla. And let's see, another one, Amanda Palmer. I love Amanda Palmer's book. I read that during work when I would manage the bar, and it would be dead during the day. I read that book like all the time. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love her. Let's see. I'm trying to see what's behind me. Neil Gaiman books. I have Neil Gaiman books and Stephen King books. I don't know. I haven't like gotten like super into Stephen King, but I don't know. It's just sometimes I just want instant gratification and not a 500-page book. Do y'all feel me? But anyway, those are the kind of books I read. My name is Samantha Lee. I live in Western Minnesota. It's blizzarding out, and this video is like 25 minutes, and it's on my phone, so I can't really like downsize it very well. So it's gonna stay that way. Deal with it. Bye!